What is next for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier? That's what we're going to discuss on today's episode. Hey, it's me, AP, and welcome everyone to the Saturday movie show. I hope you're all having a lovely Saturday. It is a very bright Saturday here in the UK, and this is a bit of a late recording for me for the Saturday movie show today, so just do our little opening chit chat and what we're talking about. But basically, so it's been a late start. I normally record the Saturday movie show early on in the morning, but I've been working today early on, and I got back. I walk back into from work. I enjoy walking, and basically I've just, because of the heat as well, I just got back and I was just absolutely flagging. I just needed to have a power nap, have a load of snacks. So I've been just like, I had a 25-minute power nap, and then I just had a load of snacks. Because it's the weekend, I allow myself to go out of the normal regime of a normal diet and stuff. So I go a bit crazy at the weekend. I have loads of sweets and stuff. I've even got a snack here right now, just in case I need it during the show, just to give me a bit more energy. But I feel energized for the Saturday movie show. But I've been talking about walking and working out, and I've mentioned on videos before that like I enjoy working out. I watch movies while I work out as well. But one thing I did yesterday working out is I do it all in here, all in the studio. Everything goes down in this studio, and this is what I call it the studio, because it used to be. I used to do a lot of music stuff when I was in a band and stuff in here and stuff, and it used to be. The house was owned by a musician before me, and he used this as a studio as well. So we always call this a studio. But basically, I pulled like some. I think I pulled something in both of my legs, in like the, I don't know, like the calves area, or like the top area. I'm not really that good in muscles, like the top of the thighs, maybe the top of my leg anyway. And it's absolutely just giving me a load of jip this evening. So after the show is done, I was going to do a chest workout this evening, do a late night workout. I think I'm going to do some late night yoga now instead, just to try and stretch them out. I've been doing yoga a lot recently. Yoga, before we get onto the full show, Yoga by Adrian, or Adrian it is, Yoga by Adrian on YouTube. Brilliant YouTube channel. The other month I was looking for I was having a few issues with my back. So I had for a long time, a couple of years now, I've had issues with like lower back, and I know like lower back pain is very common. But I wasn't happy with it. I didn't want to just allow it to be there, and I wasn't happy with just settling with back pain. And for ages, it was just bothering me, and I didn't do much about it. And I decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do like one less workout session a week, and instead of that session, I'm going to do yoga. I'm going to try yoga. And I'm not really into like going to classes anyway, but we couldn't anyway because we've been in the lockdown. So what I've done, I went on YouTube, found this Yoga Free Adrian. I found a few other channels, but this is one what I really enjoyed. And I started doing like this basic back yoga, and it has worked a treat. I've not had any back pain for about a month or two now, which is fantastic. And I just get back pain suddenly out of nowhere, just like when I'm like picking up something, it just like strikes me like this knife in the back. But yoga is really working for me. So same with my muscles with my legs. I feel like I'm going to do some yoga this evening. I'm going to feel awesome afterwards. I'm going to feel really positive. I'm not going to have much pain. Hopefully it's all going to get worked out. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm really pumped. Really energized. I think that 25-minute, not 25 hour, 25-minute power nap has really perked me up. And probably all the sugar as well is just slowly coming to the top. I'm having that sugar rush now. The sugar rush is coming. Sugar and water. I'm on the water today, ladies and gents. But anyway, that's enough of me talking about the heat and my legs and yoga. Let's talk about movies, and let's talk about the headline story today on the Saturday movie show. So let's talk about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So the first season of the show is done. The MCU's second Disney Plus show, and it's been complete, 6 episodes now. So first of all, what next? What is next? And really, before I want to answer, I just want to discuss what I thought of the finale of this. And before we go any point forward in this show, as always, talking about this, I don't want to spoil it for people who maybe have not watched it yet. So I'll be very careful about what I post in like the headlines and stuff like that. But I also want to give a bit of a spoiler warning. You know, if you've not watched it, it's unfair for me to start blabbering on about what's going on in this episode, and if you've not watched it. So, spoiler warning for the finale of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, there will be plenty of spoilers ahead, so you have now been pre-warned. So, what did I think of the finale of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier TV show? I thought it was a really good finale. I've really enjoyed this show all in all, and you know, I really WandaVision was the first show on Disney Plus, and I had mixed feelings about that. I felt like it got better throughout the show, but I felt like from the word go with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it was a show I enjoyed personally, and I just it clicked with me straight away. It was the sort of show I wanted to see, and I really enjoyed it. I thought from start to finish, it was full of action. It was full of intensity, full of just good entertainment. It didn't feel like it dipped. It didn't feel like there was just any episodes that were just like filler episodes. It gelled really nice, and the stories, there was different stories going on throughout it, so it wasn't just like one little story. You sort of like thinking who's going to be the villain, who was this character going. I felt like there was lots of different story threads in it, which was really good. And then, you know, we see that, so basically the finale of this, we see in the second to last episode, the Wakandans give Sam, the Falcon, this big crate, which Bucky gives him. And it's clear there's something in there. Is it new wings or is it a new suit? It was a new suit, new wings. He gets this Captain America suit, and he takes on the mantle of Captain America early on in this episode. He clearly arrives. I had seen a spoiler for this, I must say. I had seen a spoiler for the new suit and the Captain America suit, so I knew this was coming. I think it was leaked a few weeks ago, and I couldn't resist not having a look. So I had a little peek, and I did see a toy with this outfit, and I thought it looked cool then. I thought it looked really cool, and it looked even better on screen. I thought it looked amazing. I really like the suit. I like it because it's totally different from what Steve Rogers' Captain America had. I felt like you needed that distinction. I also want to sort of track back on myself as well a bit here, because I know in an early episode of the earlier episode of Saturday Movie Show, when I was discussing this show in general, and I kind of said like I think it would be better if Sam Falcon kept the mantle of the Falcon and didn't become Captain America. And I was thinking about that today, and before I was like writing the notes for today's show, and just thinking, you know what? I think I was wrong there. I think I was wrong. I'm happy to admit I was wrong, because I'm happy now that Sam has taken on that mantle of Captain America, because I felt like it was done really well. I think there's a lot of significance to him becoming Captain America, and we'll speak a bit more about that. But I think, like we've got a lot of things going on outside of TV at the moment in the world, with the I wouldn't say, well, the issue of race, the whole topic of race, and I think having this guy, it felt like there was a lot of what's going on in the world sort of put into this, and maybe it wasn't purposely, but I felt like it was a really significant moment of like having this black American guy taking on the mantle of a guy who was a white guy, who was like this bluff guy first, and this guy Sam, and then we see the bit with Isaiah, who's like saying he was treated like a prisoner. He was prison for years, and then he gets his statue at the end. But it's just like this idea that like this, you get this like Isaiah, who's also a black man. He's telling Sam in the previous episode like they'll never accept you, and then Sam decides, you know what, I don't care what happens, I'm just gonna do it. And I thought it was a really very good positive moment, having this guy Sam taking on that mantle as the first black man to become Captain America. I thought it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I don't think you. I mean, look, with anything like this, I don't want it to be super political because it's not something I enjoy. But I felt like it was kind of significant, and I felt like it was a good moment for MCU fans. But I felt it was like an uplifting moment for like everyone in the world. Really, that's why I felt anyway. I thought it was really positive moment, and maybe it could be used as a springboard for things outside of just a TV show. I thought it was really good to see, and I really did enjoy it. And I think he is. I think Sam is going to be a fantastic Captain America. I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens next with his character. But yeah, the finale was great. We see the flag smashers come to the end. We see is it Ellie, the leader? She gets killed by in this episode, and we see John Walker, his character, he comes positive in the end. He helps out the Winter Soldier and Captain America, and I'm just going to refer to the Falcon now as Captain America from this point forward because he is Captain America. He's no longer the Falcon. But we see John Walker coming good in the end, which is nice. And we talked about him last week on the show, whether his character would be a good guy or a bad guy. It feels like he's very much like an in-between. He's a flip-flopper. But in this episode, he's like a mercenary in a way now, isn't he? He's this. We see him in the finale. He is with this character Val, with Julia Dreyfus from Seinfeld. And he gets the new attire as well. He gets the US agent mantle. He gets called the US agent. So we don't know who he's going to be working for exactly now. Whether it's going to be linked to the Thunderbolts, again, we don't know. But there's more to see from John Walker. I'm glad they didn't kill his character off. I thought it was great that they hadn't because I feel like there's tons of potential for him in the MCU going forward. I really enjoyed it. But, overall, we have we see the Power Broker is revealed to be Sharon Carter. We see Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, have redemption. He goes up to the guy whose son he killed when he was the Winter Soldier many years ago, and he tells him, he killed his son, and he when he was the Winter Soldier, and he has that redemption. But he does something he couldn't do in the early episodes. He couldn't tell the truth. He couldn't tell him who he was and what happened to his son, and there was a lot of character progression here because we see Sam at the beginning of the series. He didn't want to take on that mantle. He didn't want to take on that shield, and then he becomes, he realizes that him taking on that shield is significant to him, but significant to everyone else out there. It's such a big, significant moment. Bucky, for him, his rise from his rise is like a redemption rise throughout the show. His storyline. John Walker, we see him as this good guy, then turns evil, and then see him like sort of like even the scales a bit. And it's I felt like again there was a lot of great character progressions throughout the show. I really enjoyed the finale, and it ends in a sort of like a where it would show the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Sorry, it's not the mic. It would show the titles, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, at the start of every episode. At the end of this one, in the same titling of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it said Captain America and the Winter Soldier. So it was nice. It was a nice, like sort of like a nice little ribbon for the end of the show. It was really good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a 10 out of 10 series. It's still surreal what they can do for TV shows now, but this is unreal. Such a fantastic watch. I very much enjoyed what I seen with season 1 of Captain America, or Falcon and the Winter Soldier, whatever you want to call it now. It was very, very good. So let's see. Next, I want to just discuss another thing that was on my mind a few weeks ago. Was it better with the absence of Steve Rogers? Steve Rogers has and is still rumored to be returning to the MCU. So he has not been in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier TV show. He's not been a part of it, but he was rumoured beforehand, and I think a lot of people were thinking maybe old man Steve Rogers might turn up at the end in some sort of role where he has a word with Sam. And I feel like that role was sort of like then left to Isaiah Bradley. His character was more like that old man Steve Rogers type, the mentor to Sam really in the show. So we didn't really see Steve Rogers. Was it good that he wasn't in it, or was it bad? I think it was better that he wasn't in it. I'm all for Steve Rogers returning to the MCU at some point now. I think now it would be good to see him return, but as Steve Rogers. I think, let Sam be Captain America now. We've moved forward with the Captain America mantle, but we can still have Steve Rogers in there. He can just come as he doesn't need to be named Captain America. He can just be Steve Rogers, and I would love to see him return at some point. But I felt like it was better for all the other characters in the show that he didn't turn up, because it would have overshadowed every other character. If he returned, you would have just been like, all the talk would have been about his character. It's kind of like the end of The Mandalorian season 2. The Mandalorian season 2, as good as it was with Luke Skywalker's return, it feels that somewhat overshadowed the rest of the show, and the rest of the characters seem somewhat overshadowed by such a huge character returning. And it's sometimes, don't get me wrong, I think it's cool. I think it's cool as a fan of any of these shows that you see these big returns. But sometimes the shows can suffer in a way, and it can sort of make you feel like, I forgot about the other characters or the other storylines or what was going on in the rest of the show. And you only just see that big return here or the big return here. And I felt like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier TV show benefited by not having a Steve Rogers return in this show or any other massive cameos. I mean, we seen James Rhodes, War Machine. We see him at the start of like episode 1, but there was nothing else after that. That was the lot, and I think the show was better for that. I think it was definitely better for not having a Steve Rogers cameo. Definitely. So let's just move forward another topic. So, well, another arena of this topic. So it has been reported by the Hollywood Reporter this week, past couple of days, that Captain America 4 is in the works with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier showrunner Malcolm Spellman. And let me just read the article here for you all. So Malcolm Spellman is picking up Captain America's shield once again. The head writer and creator of Disney Plus and Marvel's The Falcon and the Winter Soldier is developing a 4th installment of the Captain America film franchise for Marvel Studios. Spellman will co-write the script with Dallin Musson, staff writer on the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. No castings for the project are officially known. So, at this point, we don't know whether who would be Captain America. I would like to think it's going to be Sam Wilson. He is our Captain America now. So I think significant news here, right? So they are announcing that it is in the works for now a live-action movie rather than a TV show sequel to this. So we see that tease at the end, Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Could that title tease be for a Captain America and Winter Soldier movie? Could we see a Bucky and Sam movie that is Captain America 4? That looks like it potentially is going to be the case now. It feels like they are not going down the TV route. They feel like, he is a tentpole character. He's a main character, Captain America. He needs the movies. And it's not like they're not doing movies now. They're still doing the big movies. So they want to shift the gears slightly. And I think it's good that they can go in and out of doing a TV show to a movie, TV show to a movie. I think that's good that they're going to do that. It's going to be exciting to see what they can do on a movie sense, because the TV show has been so successful and so good to watch. It'd be interesting to see what they can do moving forward with a movie with those characters, and whether they continue some of the storylines here with like Sharon Carter as the power broker and with John Walker, or whether they'll feature in different MCU TV shows or other properties. But do I think this is the right decision? Should the next outing be a movie or a TV show? For me, I personally would like to see a TV show again. I would love to see a season 2 of this, because I feel like it's working well so far. But again, it goes all back to that idea where they see the movies are still very significant within what they're doing at the MCU with Marvel. So they do want that main character of Captain America to be that main star. They obviously want to promote him moving forward with like more Avengers movies. So I understand why they want to do that. It's just I do feel like the TV shows are really working well for them at the moment, though, and I would really would have liked to seen these stories plan out in TV shows over like 6 or 8 episodes. I really enjoy it, but it is what it is. I mean, it's maybe they will eventually go back to the TV show route as well. This is not the end for TV shows for these characters. I think it's again, they can go either road now, which is cool. So let's see where this develops. Let's see what happens. Movies take a time to come out, as we all know, so it could be 2-3 years away. But either way, I'm glad they're continuing these characters. I'm really enjoying them, and I'm really looking forward to see what happens next with Captain America and Sam Wilson as Captain America and Bucky Barnes as the Winter Soldier. Very, very exciting as a MCU and movie fan. So let's move forward from our headline story to some other things on the Saturday movie show, some other features, and a feature I brought in last weekend, which is going to be a running feature now on the Saturday movie show, is show feature called Movies for the Weekend. Movies for the Weekend, where I just throw out a movie, usually linked to the headline topic. Last week it was the Escape from New York and Escape from LA movies, which I enjoy both of them. And I thought today, as I am discussing with you all, we got this new Captain America and the fantastic finale of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think movies for the weekend, and something I'm definitely going to watch this weekend, is the first Captain America movie, the first Avenger. I've not watched this in a while, but wow, it's crazy to think that this movie started. It didn't start everything within the MCU, but it started what we see now with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier TV show. We see like Sebastian Stan, young Sebastian Stan, Chris Evans. I watched this initially. I wasn't a big fan of it, but I've watched it back a few times since. Really like the movie. I think the sequels are also fantastic. Especially like The Winter Soldier and Civil War, both great movies, great movies. But this, look, this started it all, and we're getting talk of a Captain America 4 now. Will it link into some of the stories with this? Will it feature Hydra more so? Who knows? But it's definitely a movie for the weekend. First Avenger, if you got it, I've got it on DVD here. If you've got it, definitely check it out. If you've not got it, either stream it or get it purchased. This is one to watch, ladies and gents. Such a great movie, fantastic movie, very fun. And it's weird going back to them old MCU movies now. I mean, I've got a collection here, and even like didn't want to do that. Look at this. I got the Incredible Hulk here. This was the first one. I know this is sort of like in between the umbrella, and we've got. This is the actual one. I tried to grab them, but I grabbed Incredible Hulk by mistake. But Iron Man. First Iron Man. Great movie. Such a great movie. This is the one really that kicked it all off. This is such an incredible movie. Robert Downey's Iron Man. To this day, Iron Man 1 is just up there. Definitely in the top 10 of my movies, Iron Man. Fantastic. But just to see how it's developed over so long. Who would have thought, right? That we'd see a movie series last so long. I know you're all saying to me now, James Bond or Fast and the Furious. Let's just talk about this huge series of movies. I don't think there's maybe Godzilla is like has topped the MCU on the film front, but the MCU, the amount of stories, the amount of characters involved with it, the amount of writers, directors, composers, producers. It's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. And to think just like many of us out there, we grew up with a superhero movie every couple of years. I mean, it was for me the ones for me growing up were like the Spider-Man movies. Spider-Man, and before that it was I'm talking about the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and then before that it was like Batman Forever. It was Batman and Robin with Arnold Schwarzenegger and George Clooney's Batman. They were so limited, the superhero movies, and then it's sort of like when we got like the Christopher Nolan movies. I think Iron Man came out the same year, I believe, as The Dark Knight. I may be wrong, it was around the same year, But then it's sort of that's then it just all clicked, and then we just see this breakout of superhero movies where it's like 10 superhero movies. I'm joking, but I mean, there's like tons of movies, superhero movies, comic book movies coming out each year, which is it's weird. It's weird when you look back to think how little we had years ago, but they are just like that is what blockbuster movies are now, superhero movies. I, for one, really enjoy it, but definitely a movie for the weekend. Captain America, the first Avenger, well worth the watch, ladies and gents. Just to see how it's all developed as well, to see how the stories have all developed from that point. You're just like, wow, that's where Bucky was there. He's a nice guy there, and now he's a nice guy now. It's really phenomenal to watch. So that's my movies for the weekend recommendation for today, ladies and gents. I hope you do enjoy that. Let's talk about what have I been watching this week. So apart from the obvious Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I watched Michael Sheen in The Damned United, and it's told the story of what's his name? I can't think of the manager's name. My brain has went blank. But it's a story of a manager, famous manager who I can't account his name right now at Leeds United. Great story anyway. If you've not watched that movie, fantastic. If you're into football movies, it's definitely well worth the watch. What else have I watched? I watched Memento for the first time this week. What a weird movie that is. That is a weird movie. It reminded me of a lot of like Tenet, where I was just, there's certain Christopher Nolan movies I can understand somewhat, like Inception. Memento was just one I was just I was impressed by the movie, but by the end of it, I was like, what's really gone on here? It was bit less than Tenet. I feel like Tenet I was more confused, but Memento I was like at the end I was like, whoa, this is a bit confusing. It's got a very like Fight Club vibe to it. I mean, there's a certain twist in it where you're thinking, wow, this is just being taken from Fight Club, isn't it? Really, but it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. It was something I wanted to watch for a while, and I actually seen it at. I got a bunch of movies the other day at one of the local charity shops. It was £4 for £1. I've got them. I can see them over here now. I've got Memento, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., Mission Impossible Fallout, and Oz the Great and Powerful. 4 great movies, £4 for £1 on DVD. You can't go wrong with that. 25p each for entertainment. It does me. It suits me. And if it's movies I watch once, I don't like them, I take them back to the charity shop. That's all I do. That's cool. The Goodwill shop. Anyway, that is what I've been watching this week. I'm looking forward to now that we've got a little break from like MCU show. I know the next show is the Loki show. I'm not quite sure when it is arriving, but I imagine it's not going to be too far away. But I was saying to someone I work with offered me, a really good friend in work, offered me the Firefly box that he mentioned. He's seen it in the comments, and funny enough, another a YouTuber as well. Someone on YouTube, Mark, who is who comments a lot in the comments, and it's great to see regular people commenting. And Mark offered me what was the box set? I was thinking this. I'm having like a brain blank moment, but it was a show Star Trek. It's not Star Trek. It's one of the Star shows, not Stargate, not Star Trek, not Star Wars. It's Battlestar Galactica. I knew I'd get it. I was there. I was just kept on. I had to just go through it all in my head. Mark offered me, first of all, he offered me the box set for Battlestar Galactica because I said I'd never watched it. But I said to him, personally, I TV shows, I've got that many to watch at the moment. And I said, thank you very much, because it is a very generous offer. And this goes to anyone. If anyone is offering DVDs or anything, I do really appreciate the offers, and I just want to say thank you very much if you do want to send me anything. But at the moment, I wouldn't accept it for the only reason I don't like having DVDs on the shelf. I bought that Crisis on Infinite Earths the other week. I've still not watched the end of that. I bought more DVDs, which I probably shouldn't have, but films I can get through easier. TV shows, sometimes it just takes me forever to watch them. I've still got Doom Patrol Season 2 to watch, and that is just waiting there. So I'm glad we got this like breather moment now. I said to this guy in work, a fantastic guy in work called Lee in work. He offered me the Firefly box set, and I said to him, you know what? I really appreciate that. I really appreciate you going to lend me this DVD, but I've got that much to watch. It's not about time. It's just I've got that many other things to watch first, and I feel like it's like with the movie watch list. I'm trying not to put any more movies out on the list before I finish what I've got. So if anyone does want to send me out, at the moment, I probably wouldn't take it, just for the reason I've got that much stuff to watch. And then I said, do you know what my big problem is? I watch too much wrestling. That's the story of my week. I'm looking at it now, I'm probably going to cut down some of the wrestling because I watch way too much wrestling. It's like 2-3 hours each show a week, and it is a lot to watch. But I do love wrestling so much. But yeah, thank you to all them, to Matt, to Lee, to anyone who's offering anything DVDs. I do really appreciate it. And honestly, if you do want to offer it me, feel free to send me a message, but I'll probably be honest and say, at the moment, I've probably got too much to watch. But thank you all the same to everyone out there who has offered me stuff. It is much appreciated. I really do appreciate it. Anyway, let's get to a bit of housekeeping. What have I been up to filming this week? So, housekeeping, I filmed a load of videos. I've tried to batch a load of videos again. I was doing it in groups of 3 a few weeks ago. I'm like building up this muscle of filming videos now. So, this week I filmed 4 videos, so it's like a month's worth of videos. I do the Saturday movie show live on the Saturday. Somewhat live. There's no editing really on the Saturday movie show. Just all in, all out. Let's go for it. Fire away, and just throw it in the system, throw it online, and it's all good to go then. But I filmed 4 videos. Got some exciting ones to discuss. Some exciting topics on the videos, which I'm going to be sharing over the next week. You'll see the next 4 weeks worth of videos. I'm really, it's fun, and it's good that then once I've done the 4 videos, I can work on something else. So we're going to be looking at the 6th month of the year again. Every 3 months, some sort of special episode, whether it be a quiz or something else, and that it'll just be something fun. And that's the whole thing with this channel. We do it for fun, and if I'm having fun, that's cool. If you're having fun as well, even cooler. I think if we all have fun at the same time, it's a thumbs up for all of us. Another thing I've been doing this week, and one thing I'll be doing on tomorrow or Monday, I've got a podcast coming out on Monday on Patreon exclusive one. I've put like previews of them previously on the YouTube channel, and if you want to sign up, it's like $1. If you do want a bit of extra content, it is available for you, but don't feel obliged to do it. But I will be recording one there. We have 2 different podcasts running on the Patreon at the moment. So we've got the Watch Order Task Force, and we have the Coffee and Movie Broadcast. 2 fun episodes, 2 fun shows. I will be filming, it's an audio-only podcast, but I will be recording the next episode of the Coffee and Movie Broadcast tomorrow or Monday morning to go out on Monday afternoon, about 11 o'clock. So that's what I'm going to be doing over the next couple of days, but all fun, and I just want to I've seen a load of comments this week in the community on tons of different videos. A lot of them like on the physical media videos. People really like the physical media questions and topics. I enjoy talking about physical media, and we've definitely got a physical media video coming out over the next 4 weeks because I know people like them. It's going to be like a newer topic on it. It's not just going to be me discussing whether is physical media dead or do I collect physical media in 2021. I've done them videos a few, and I don't want to sort of like overplay the topic. I don't want to just kill it to death, but I want to expand on the topic a bit. So we got something slightly different on physical media, but it is a physical media topic video coming out. So that is one to look out for if you're enjoying them videos. But the comments have been awesome as always. I've just noticed it this week, just like I'm trying to like get through the comments and reply as much as I can, and trying to just keep track of them and make sure I'm not missing out on comments. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes I probably will miss the odd one occasionally, the odd reply maybe. But when I get your first comment back on a video or any topic, I will always try and answer it and as best as I can. And I really just appreciate it's nice seeing people talking with me. What I really like as well is people then commenting on other people's comments and people interacting within the community themselves. I think that's even cooler. It's cool that I can speak to yous out there and yous can speak to me, but I get buzz more. I've seen other people interact within the community as well. I think that's really awesome. I really, I feel like a proud father when I'm like that. I'm like, oh, that's nice. These are interacting on a video I created, but they're interacting and they're getting their own topics and their own questions to each other and talking about their own passions with each other. I think that's cool. I really do think it's cool. It gives me a buzz. It really does give me a buzz when I see that. I don't know why. I like it. I think it's fun. It's positive. Anyway, that is it, ladies and gents. If you enjoyed the Saturday movie show today, please do give it a like and share the video if you really enjoyed it. Check out the rest of my movie-related content as well. We've got tons of content on the channel now, tons and tons of it. If you want to talk about movies, physical media, collecting, whatever else, all related to movies, there's definitely some sort of content for you. I just knocked my paper on the floor because I'm so excited. But yeah, as always, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think about today's topic. So, Captain America 4. Are you looking forward to this idea of a movie version of Captain America 4 with Sam as Captain America? What are your thoughts on Sam taking the mantle and his new suit, taking on the mantle of Captain America? Do you think it's good? Or do you think he would have been better as Falcon? Be honest, give me your opinions. What are you thinking about the rest of the characters on the show now? With it being teased as a movie, do you think a lot of like the John Walker, the like Sharon Carter, as a power broker, a lot of these story arcs, do you think they'll continue within a movie, or do you think it'll be on a TV scale side of things? So it's very exciting. But let me know all your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I shall see you all next time.